There, there. Testing 1, 2. Yeah, you will try to connect. Dad, are you able to connect?
No, just doing the name, but soon I'm trying it.
No, okay. Alright. So what you do is you write the name, then at the end you write live stream.
Yes, sir. I
Okay.
just bring the for that week.
Yeah, they should bring a new one. That's the one you should check.
Okay.
Almost. I just want to check. Yes, go
Okay. Hello? Are you able to hear me?
I'm not ready.
But did I say anything?
You can say something. Then we'll do this. Say something.
Okay, so I'm going to be taking you in physics today, and we're going to be looking at thermodynamics. And then we look at thermodynamics, and we're going to combine it with biophysics. So this thermodynamics is going to be an introduction to our topic on biophysics. It's very slow.
Okay. There. Testing 1, 2. 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. So. Yes, are you able to get the sound?
Yes, you can get our message.
Oh, okay, you are able to get the sound?
Yes,
Okay, that's great. That's great. You are able to see me?
yes.
Okay, then I can start. So just do maybe briefly, because I'll be going for a meeting. Then we'll continue at 14. Okay, all right. Okay, so we begin our class. Last week we had ended by looking at the Laplacian, which we denoted as this. So this is where we actually ended. Now we'll look at some few aspects. Okay, the two examples that have been given in your notes. There is the first one, which is the Laplacian of a scalar, and the second one is the Laplacian of a vector. And then I'll just, briefly go to the first one, which is the Right. Now, the Laplacian of a scalar, which is a v, so we are saying let v be a scalar so the Laplacian is defined as the gradient. This is just the gradient of v. So what are we saying? We are saying that Laplacian of a scalar v must be equal to, we have the Laplacian of V like that. So this is how we actually define it. Now, all right, okay. All right. Now, we know that the gradient of V is actually defined as delta V. Now, thus, delta V must be the divergence, of vector V. So this is actually the divergence, not the gradient. All right. Now, in an event that we are saying that let V be equal to, be equal to a scalar, then we are saying that the Laplacian is given by this V squared, which is delta squared V, must be equal to delta. So what we are saying is the divergence of V must be equal to the gradient of V. In other words, so double the gradient of V gives us the divergence of V. In other words, that's what we are trying to say. So if we put that into simplicity, what we are saying is that, for example, if V is given as a vector, so immediately what you have is that this is partial x of ax as a unit vector, then plus partial with respect to y of ay, then plus partial z with az as a unit vector. So this one we are multiplying it to partial v over partial x. Remember, this first part is nothing but that. So the first part, which is this gradient, is this part. So what we are saying here is this whole part is giving us this part here. Then the next part that we are writing is actually this other section, which is on top here. Now, that's why we are differentiating with respect to V, which is our scale. Now, what we have is that this is multiplied by ax plus partial V with respect to y of ay, then plus partial V with respect to z of az as a unit vector. This is how you actually resolve this in expansion. So we have this as our definition of the gradient, which we did in the previous class. Then we also have this other part, which is actually the gradient of the scalar V. So you can go on and try to redefine that, and then what you get is partial squared V over partial x squared plus partial squared V over partial y squared plus partial squared V over partial z squared. So that is how you find the divergence or the Laplacian of vector, a scalar. So let's look at the second part, which is the Laplacian of, this was the Laplacian of a scalar. Sorry for that, just take note. This was a scalar that we're talking about. Now we want to see how we can have this V if it is a vector, not just a scalar. Like we mentioned last time, a scalar only has the magnitude. So we want to see when this V has both magnitude and direction. What do we have? Now, let's say, so we go to the second part. So of course the second part is where we have a vector. So we are saying the Laplacian of a vector, right? That is what we are saying. So we are saying let A be a vector, right? Now we are saying the Laplacian of, so we are saying the Laplacian of vector A must be given by the Laplacian square of A. This is how we define that, right? Now, how do we move from here? So we know that this Laplacian square of A, this can be the same as the gradient by dotting into the gradient of A, like that. So we can expand just like we expanded the other side. But this time around, since this is a vector, what we have is that this must be minus the gradient. We cross into the gradient, and then we cross into A. That is how it is defined. So this means that the Laplacian of a vector is defined as the gradient squared of the vector A in the x direction multiplied by the unit vector plus the Laplacian with respect to ay of ay as a unit vector plus the Laplacian of az into the unit vector az. So this is how we define the Laplacian of a vector, given that A is a vector in the x, y, z direction. Alright, so there are some few examples that have been given there of proving. You have to go through them and then see how best we can get to those. I just want to mention one thing before we can go to the other side. Okay, so that one thing which I just want to mention is what is called the vector triple product. Then we shall end all this mathematics, and in the next class we'll be able to start our physics. All right. Okay. Now, there's what is called the vector triple product. All right. Under the vector triple product, what we are saying is that we are saying let A, B, and C be vectors. Right? Now, the triple product, why we say the triple product, it means that we are actually multiplying all these three vectors. That is what we are trying to do. And in OSS, what we are actually trying to say is that we say that the triple product of vectors A, B, and C is given by, so we are saying that if we multiply A, we cross it into B, then we cross it into C that way. This is the same as writing this as in a matrix form, which is B, and then we have A dot B that way. Then we have C, and then we have A dot C. And that, when we expand it, this simply gives us B multiplied by A dot C, then minus C multiplied by A dot B. So that is the triple product. And that ends the section, the mathematics section of our course. When we get back in the afternoon, we shall straight away go to the physics, which is electrostatics. I think that is where we shall begin from. So for now, we'll end here, and then we shall continue at 14 hours. I'm just attending a Senate meeting at 9 hours. So from there, we shall continue up to from 14 to 16 hours. We will continue with class. All right, we'll see you later on. Bye-bye.